Sports fans, don't miss the latest on our website. Jeff McMenamin expertly breaks down how the Utah Jazz young core fits together and if they can improve, while John Daigle hits us with great analysis of Darren Collison, Chandler Parsons, and Alonzo G. Don't miss it. Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to BBallBreakdown. The Cleveland Cavaliers have been struggling to start the season, and while all their new moving parts are a big part of the issue, there are some underlying defensive issues that need to improve if they are going to be taken seriously as a playoff contender. Meanwhile, the Jazz have some things to look forward to as their young nucleus of Hayward, Favors, Cantor, Burke, Burks, and Exum are getting better by the day. The Jazz do a simple spread the floor set, and with Cantor's range, they can skip it to him in the corner. His ball handling is good enough to get by most NBA centers closing out, and he should have stepped through and finished with the left hand. Instead, he chooses the harder way, but gets the righty jump hook to fall. Here is the long-awaited Love LeBron pick and roll, something defenses can't really hope to stop. You can see Cantor wants to hedge in order to stay with Love, but instead bumps into Burke and gives Love a huge sliver of daylight, but he can't convert. When the Jazz run a high pick and roll with Cantor down on the left slot, it's his man Kevin Love who's in charge of picking up the roll man. When he steps over too far, they hit Cantor with another skip pass and wide open baseline jumper. The Cavs run a very ho-hum motion into screen and roll, but another high hedge on a pick and roll gets botched. Trey Burke's footwork needs to improve to get around those screens. While Derek Favors was there and helped well, this crazy sick double pump reverse was too good. It's the Jazz turn to run ho-hum motion offense, but it flows into pick and roll, and that distracted Cantor's man enough that he got deep position. Not much the defense can do without a double team, and Cantor hits the gorgeous reverse. Again, more basic motion offense by Utah that culminates in a high pick and roll. Notice how Kyrie on the weak side should bump down on the roll man, but he's too slow to deflect this pass, and the Jazz get yet another easy shot. Here's a glimpse of what will happen one day where LeBron executes textbook Princeton by dribbling at his teammate and Kyrie cuts all the way through. They just can't seem to get on the same page, and another example where Love thought LeBron was going to spin and get in the air for the pass, but instead he just throws it away. Rather than pat him on the back, he turns to the bench in apparent disgust. Nursing an 8-point lead, the Jazz run motion into horns, and I'm in heaven. High post entry, point guard to weak side flex. The Cavs do an excellent job defending this, but the Jazz have Alex Burke to make a play for them at the shot clock buzzer. On the other end, a simple pick and roll gets LeBron open because of the gravity pull of Kevin Love spotting up. His man can't get in the way, and LeBron is able to hit a runner going across his body. Waiters comes down in a hurry, and Dante Exum needs to learn how to steer the handler away from the middle. Favors does a nice challenge, and the Jazz are off. A simple look-off pass for Rodney Hood, and that's all he needs to be fouled and score the bucket. Let's jump to the third quarter when the Cavs closed the gap. They started with a simple pick and roll on top for Kyrie. Favors is basically playing ice, but Burke doesn't force Kyrie away from the screen, and they give up an easy look from three. On this pick and roll, watch how Love and Varejao switch men after Varejao high hedges. This is really good stuff and totally stymies the offense to the point where Favors can't score on Love, and they have to toss up a tough shot. After a bad shot by Kyrie, watch LeBron not run back to pick up his man, leaving Irving to guard two men. At this point, the ball is the most important thing, but Kyrie lets Burke get right to the rim. A nice pass to Cantor gets the dunk, and Marion hacks Cantor but gets away with it. And later, after the Jazz run a nice little high post split, Kyrie foolishly helps one pass away, giving up an easy pass and a wide open three, but the Cavs get away with it. Again, problem with the defense. Marion doesn't bump the roll man, but Trevor Booker doesn't look to Favors, who had a dunk. LeBron isn't playing much defense on his man either, and an easy pass to the roll man opens up another pass to Favors for a dunk, but he was too slow cutting. but it did suck the defense in for a wide open three for a good shooting Rodney Hood, who simply can't convert. You can see the stark contrast between the shots the Cavs gave up and the ones their offense generated. They continually stagnated. Watch how LeBron passes right back, then just stands around. However, he bails them out with a tough three. The Cavs finally make a good defensive stand. Kyrie gets a deflection and they contain the pick and roll, harassing young Dante Exum into a tough shot at the shot clock buzzer. The Cavs come down and don't run much. Kevin Love is allowed to clear out the man with his forearm, and because of the rotation, Tristan Thompson got good position for the putback. Down the stretch, the Jazz held a 4-point lead and decided to simplify. They run the clock down, then let Hayward get a ball screen. They did a nice job getting it down low to Derek Favors, but Kyrie doubles down when Favors turned his back, a perfect opportunity, and gets the strip. In transition, watch this gorgeous Eurostep stretch out wrong-footed layup with touch. Wow. Clinging to a 2-point lead, the Jazz need a stop. With Hayward on LeBron, the Cavs ISO on him, and Hayward comes up with perfect defense to force baseline and then pressure the shot into a miss. Down 4 points with no timeouts, the game looked over for the Cavs, especially when the entry pass gets tipped. Favors did a good job defensively, since you never want to allow the sideline inbounds pass directly into the post. However, watch this superhuman feat of basketball prowess as LeBron tracks down the ball in the corner and tosses up a Hail Mary that goes in. After Burks gives him a 3-point lead, LeBron comes down with 8 seconds left and gets Favors up in the air with a shot fake. Now, there was probably enough contact to merit a call, but I take huge issue with the fact that LeBron shuffled his feet before he stepped through. That should have been called a travel. Instead, he ties the game with 3 free throws, setting up the dramatic conclusion. Tie game, 3.4 seconds left, they have Hayward screen first, which is great, before getting the screen. LeBron makes a mistake going underneath the screen since it would have given Hayward an open look. To make matters worse, he already lost his balance before contact, and now Hayward is really free to roam. Thompson stays with him though, but Hayward is too good on this step-back 23-foot game-winning jump shot, capping off a great win for a team that deserved it.